Welcome. Sorry, I'm 2 minutes late. Yo, I've been running. Sorry, I'm late, guys. Sorry, I'm late. I know that everybody's waiting. The Adam's gender is waiting. The Eve's gender is waiting. And I am here. You're ready, guys. Welcome to my life, guys. Today, we are with Gcabelihle. Gcabelihle and I are not agreeing, guys. We are not agreeing because of the whole Father's Day thing. And Gcabelihle, guys, I need to keep my distance because unfortunately I won't be able to read the comments, because I'm short-sighted. So I don't know if maybe Nilindile 2 minutes, 3 minutes guys. I'm here. We are here to settle this thing once and for all. One thing I must tell you now about Gcabelihle is that I kind of feel like, he is so much like me because his content is all about him calling a spade, and he's not really worried about how you're gonna feel or what you think or what you're gonna say about all of that. But he is gonna get his point across when he sees the need to get the point across. So me and him, we are so much similar in that regard. And also, I love him so much for that, and I respect him, and I know that the respect that we have for each other is very mutual. We are not agreeing. We are not agreeing about the whole Father's Day thing. Most of the stuff that he posts about, we don't agree. I don't agree with him in most of his posts. I think he also doesn't agree with me in most of my posts. That is why from time to time he would get to stitch my posts. But I still have that, that respect for him because I would rather deal with people who voice out their opinions and disagree with me head on a daily basis than people who just don't even want to say anything because they don't want to disagree. So I don't know, maybe it's my toxic trait where I just enjoy having people disagreeing with me. But as long as my opinion is out there and what you decide to do with it is entirely up to you. So now, and 5 minutes before he actually came on, he was like, hey, my sister, I'm here. I'm ready for you whenever you're ready. Let me know so that we can do this thing. Okay. So I'm trying to set up the whole guest thing. Okay, proper. Okay, this thing. Okay. Are you able to request? Are you able to? Hi, my brother, Your Majesty, Gcabelihle, Liktandugu for my brother. Can you request? Do you think you can request already? Or there we go. But then why are we having two people requesting? We only want one person. How? We want Gcabelihle. Gcabelihle refused. Co-host. Oh, just give me a second. I want to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that if anybody tries to call me, they shouldn't get me. Just hold on, my brother. I'll be with you now.
All right. It's dark in here.
We are here. I'm back. Hi, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Saze sahlangana bo amadoda nabafazi, same room, just to iron out things. It never happens. Most of my followers are women, so I always have women. So today is ihlangene zombini. Yeah. How, my brother? I wouldn't get a video. Hi, Mo, you are hurting me.
No, guys. Listen, Lalelan. Yazin, I've got a problem. Not really a problem, but yeah, I don't have my ring light with me, so okay. I think because I know this live might take more than an hour, so I think it's gonna be the best for me in the most comfortable way.
Okay.
Yes. So,
but my brother, I know we're gonna get into it now, but I would love to. I know I have you on my DMs both on Instagram and on TikTok. So I would love to, even after this live, someday get to sit with you because I know that me and you will disagree on a lot of things, and you are not challenged by a big mouth woman like me who speaks her mind. So I feel like someday we need to sit, and discuss all these things that we disagree about on a daily basis. Let's sit and let's have a one-on-one like this. I would love that someday, but we'll talk about that in due time.
Most definitely.
Especially for my YouTube channel.
I can see Sasnabantu abaning already. I just wanted to say this, and maybe this is something I will keep on repeating as live yenzeka, guys, this is not some TikTok war. As abantu bejwayele, this is just a conversation, on how women and men see Father's Day. So, guys, this is most. I think the most important thing, Lana Wuti, this conversation is out of respect.
Yes.
So I will keep on making that disclaimer. So if uba nama high feelings bakithi uzame, I think mina ngumuntu very loud. So nami namhlanje ngize ngabeka ne-Drake ukuthi ngilibe ngihlisa kancane mangibona the heat is going up, I will take a sip so that
yeah. No, I appreciate that disclaimer, Putwami, because Nami, I always say that just because we disagree, it doesn't necessarily mean that we don't have to coexist. I would rather sit with people who disagree with me on a daily basis so that at least I can learn instead of sitting with people who agree with me every day because I learn nothing. Yeah, so I know for a fact that me and you, we have mutual respect, and I'm hoping that the people now to a point where I know already they're swearing at me, but hey, I'm used to it. I mean, I didn't reach 500,000 followers just by cruising and saying hallelujah, amen. I had to get a lot of swearing and a whole lot of tongue lashing for me to get to where I am. So, I'm just gonna carry my cross like Jesus Christ. So, Butwami, I don't know if I should go first or you should go, because the reason why I said let's do a live, I asked that we do a live, is because Mina, I wanted to respond for every point of the things that you mentioned, yabo. But then because I'm the one, okay, let me just keep it on English because I know what the followers are not only Zulu speaking and Venda speaking people. So let's just accommodate everyone. So what I wanted to say is that I know that in as much as I'm the one who started this by speaking the way that I see about Father's Day, you were responding to what I was saying, right? But then when I now said, let's do a live, I wanted us to do the live because I now wanted to respond to what you're saying. So I don't know if maybe we must start from scratch where you say your part, or start from the very beginning where I started and then you say your part, and then we now break down all of that, because I believe we would say our two videos which were colliding are the reason why we are here today.
No, I think maybe it's better uyiqale, then I will come ngizohlasela njengoba ngenzile.
Okay, yes. So guys, here's the thing. I believe most of you who are here watched both our videos, Gcabelihle, where I was saying that, and I'm not even going to go into detail. I think that the going into detail part will be as we are continuing with the live, because it will be boring for me to just say everything that I wanted to say, or the reason why I said let's do the live. So from the beginning, when I did a video, I posted a video to say that Father's Day is a trigger for most mothers, right? And I said that because Father's Day is a trigger for most mothers, they should be able to vent if they want to vent on Father's Day. The reason why I said that is because I'm seeing that a lot of people, a lot of mothers are being bashed for venting on Father's Day. Like ladies are tongue lashing on Father's Day more than any other day of the year. So I said that a trigger is a trigger. So mothers should be able to vent. And if they want to vent on their social media platforms, they should vent on their social media platforms on the very same day, which is Father's Day. Ne? I hope I didn't leave anything out, my brother.
Yeah. And ilana ke ngifike khona ngazo ngena ngaphikisa ngathi yay. Akupheli venting la. So mhlambe ake ngisho ukuthi okwami ukuphikisa kuqhamuka. I'm sorry guys, I'm more comfortable with my isiZulu. So hi ngizongixolela bakithi.
From time to time, maybe from time to time, just accommodate them where you can. Only where you can, my brother.
Yeah. But I think maybe if I can start by maybe I think before we even go further with this topic, you've laid the foundation. I think everyone now understands why we are here, and most of the people who are here, they've seen our videos. I think mina ukuphikisa kwami qhamuka lana ekutheni women should be allowed to vent on a Father's Day, because Father's Day trigger. Now for me, the word trigger, iyona point engiyithathile ukuthi okay, so i-point ka-Madam Speaker lana uthi Father's Day trigger, so hence I even made an example ukuthi uma ngabe ngishonelwe ubaba wami, can I go to the funeral and say, oh yazini ama-funeral omuntu ashonelwe ubaba wakhe funeral triggers ukuthi nama I lost my own father, you know. As a divorcee, should you go umshadweni and say, oh, you know what, I'm a divorcee and I'm ngeke ngashada, and this ceremony triggers my experience, and now we start saying, hey, umshado what in thing, you know. And I said, no, we can never allow that, because kuzobe kusho ukuthi abantu ekuyibona abacelebrate lolo suku lwabo ngaleso sikhathi, whether bazofika lana ofike khona noma bazodlula, but at the end of the day kumayelana nabantu abasuke becelebratewa ngalolo suku, you know. For me, Father's Day, I even went to Google because ngifuna ukuthola nje a little bit background kwenzakala ngeFather's Day, you know, since abantu abaningi abakaze bazihluphe ngayo vele si celebrate nje. And it is said ukuthi Father's Day, it is to celebrate the fatherhood and influence obaba abanayo in the community, mostly in European countries, to celebrate a role obaba abayidlalayo even in their families. Now, this is the only day esinayo. Ngelinye ilanga sizokhuluma madam speak ukuthi sifike kanjani lana as Africans, because iqiniso ukuthi thina as Africans we used to respect and love our women. Ngelinye ilanga sizokhuluma ukuthi sifike kanjani lana ekutheni manje sekunalento yokuthiwa abantu we are giving power to women. Kumele sibuze ukuthi manithi you are empowering women, uba wade baphuca amandla kuqala. Who took away their power? Because the history of Africa shows how we respected women. We've got queens who ruled Africa, who ruled amongst nations in Africa. So there is enough evidence to show as Africans, we've always respected our women, you know. So this thing, abantu besifazana sebeza nayo manje, hey, women empowerment uba not, because awukwazi ukuthi madam speaker uphuca omunye umuntu amandla then uzwadimanda Gcabelihle. You need to deal with the person ophuca amandla. I should not suffer mina just because ngifuna amandla akho, but awaphucwa ngemina kumele ngisuffer. I feel ngazuthi Father's Day abantu besifazane manje baphucwa amandla noma baphucwe ijoy abantu akade bethandana nabo ababazalisile. Guys, comment section, okay, it's fine. I will try by all means ukuthi ngiba ignore, because I can see abanye abantu bama slow learner. I do understand that abanye abantu bama slow learner, so kunzima if ungazi uhlale phambi kwe lecture eclassini, more especially if ungazenzanga izifundo ezikhuluma kakhulu ngehistory, it is never easy. So you can't come in and say keep it short and sweet ngedata lethu. So guys, singadelelani nje please.
Siyakhala ke manje. Sikhala sasuka nje.
If ungazihlale phambi kwe lecture nje ulecturishwe, you won't even understand. Yaba abantu bama slow learn. If ungenayo incwadi oyifundayo, umbhalo wencwadi uthe khuluma ngedivorce kwincwadi yakhe, incwadi ibe namapage awu200, and you wanna come and say but page 1, from page 1 to page ufuna ukufica yini divorce encwadini. You start by laying the foundation before. Ngingangifunda incwadi, ngithanda ukufunda ama-blog a-Daily Sun. Ngiyabonga.
Yabona ke lo this is a Gcabelihle that I want. Yabona lo obagiver. Uyibambile mfethu. Awishaye lapha, yeka ama comments.
Yeah. So Father's Day, it is about celebrating obaba.
Yes.
Now, abantu besifazane asinqabi effect yokuthi abanye abantu besifazane they are going through pains yokukhulisa ingane bebodwa. I for one, I was raised by a single parent, not because ubaba wabaleka, but because my father died at an early stage. Yes. So I do understand very well, more especially manje sengimdala, I understand indaba yokukhulisa single parent, and ubaba ushone at the age of 28 and my mother was 28 as well. So can you imagine unengane eziwu3, you are a widow, ingane eziwu2 zabafana nentombazana eyodwa, you are a widow and ukhulisa ingane, and mangikhula manje mase ngikhulile ezinye izinto ngiyazibona, I know very well ukuthi kunjani uba single parent. Hence I'm very hands on enganeni zami. anyone or assume TikTok wam TikTok wam will tell you how I love my family.
Who's the
Yes,
famous one? We know her.
I love my family more than anything. But logo akusho ukuthi I will not talk about ezinye izinkinga mina just because angibhekananga nazo, you know.
Sure.
So I understand very well ukuthi kumanje ngisiphi, and few months back ngingakhuluma about ama deadbeat fathers, you know, ukuthi guys we can be ama deadbeat fathers, you know, we can do better. I understand ukuthi abantu besifazane they want to vent babekho right, but guys, my problem with abantu besifazane, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this.
No. This is actually where I wanted you to get here, where you're going to tell us about like the corner problem which you mentioned in your video, which is what I wanted you to now bring forth, so that nami when I now want to come in, angifuna ukukhuluma ngathi sengiyakhulumela, yebo. Yeah, so let's
For me, abantu besifazane, they are selfish.
That's where I want you.
Selfish. Now, why need to be selfish? One, I do not believe ukuthi you have, okay, in as much as you have a right to vent, but you also have a responsibility. Every right comes with a responsibility, because now abantu they come and say, but I have a right. But what about the responsibility? You know, firstly, unless you were forced or unless you have experienced the rape, you had a choice of who you want to make babies with. At some point, you were happy. This person was the pillar of your strength, was the pillar of strength. This person was this and that. And fine, so we've been there, Sashayega and Nan. I won't dwell on that. But can you give your child a chance? Ukuthi nayo is express when the time comes. This is how I feel about my absent father.
Yeah.
And already women, like they are on behalf of their children, you know, they have certain feeling toward obaba beingane zabo. While the children has said nothing. Yebo? They even go as far as poison ukuthi vele ubaba wakho uyinja wayengekho nana. No. Allow him. Just like how you forgive indoda yakho sikutshela ukuthi ikuchithelile. Wambamba embhedeni ekuchithela, you forgave her. Until you took a decision to leave him. Let your child go through that. There is this one guy, I will never forget this guy on one of my life. I think it was last year. This guy said, "Ngiyambonga uma for ipain angizwisa yona leaving me." My father was absent. He always make empty promises, and he would say, "I would come and fetch you. Uma angigqokise angigeze ngihlale ngimlinde," and he will never come. Until I decided to, you know what, ma, I want nothing to do with this man anymore. I took that decision myself because I was tired as a child or as a kid. Now, abantu besifazane, they want to decide for ingane zabo. That is why they are bashing Father's Day and tongue-lashing Father's Day so much, because now they have this feeling of hatred toward anything at father. Even worse, abanye they have obaba, they have their fathers living with their fathers, ending. No matter my mistake ubaba wakho awenzile, you still support and love your father. But ufuna ingane yakho izonda ubaba wayo because of ama mistake ubaba wayo awenzile. The reason you hate your baby daddy, hayi ngoba naku ingane akayondli, but uzonda ukuthi wakuzisa ubuhlungu. Just because he hate you, now you hate him. And the only thing onayo ebambekayo, if there is nothing ongayenza, the only thing okwazi ukuyenza ingane yakhe. The only thing that you can reach that is close to him, ingane yakhe. So if you can turning ukuthakatha lokho, high level of witchcraft. That is high level of witchcraft. So guys, Father's Day, it's got nothing to do about baby mama. About baby mama, they have 364 days. I said 364 days, you can vent all you want.
Be triggered.
It will be triggered, guys. You can be triggered. I'm about to finish.
Okay. You are only about to finish this part, not the whole thing.
Yeah, this part.
Sure.
Ngebirthday yengane njoba betrigger isho Father's Day, ngebirthday yengane yenza njani? Birthday, it is where you went to labor ward and gave birth to this child. Satan. What do you do? Do you say, oh, namhlanje mhla 15 June, let me celebrate myself because I'm there for I need to celebrate myself. Birthday Do you celebrate yourself? Birthday
No, celebrating God.
Exactly. Exactly. Uthatha ingane uyicelebrate uyikhiphe because ucelebrate ukuthi regardless ukuthi ubaba wakho ukhona, regardless of the things done by your father, but you are still my child, you are still here, I'm proud.
Sure.
The same the Father's Day, regardless ukuthi ke mina as so and so umuntu owangizalisa is not present, but I can still celebrate my father. I will let decide. I will let my child decide ukuthi how does she want to feel about Father's Day.
Sure.
Stop saying I'm a single parent, I'm a father. You will never be a father. Never. You will never. You will never be a father. And don't care to one. You will never be a father. Never. Amen.
Okay, but I could see you were on a roll there because I wanted to say, just to add on to what you were saying about mothers who don't want their fathers to get to know the kids or poison the kids. Ne? That is a toxic trait, narcissism to a woman. And we learn a lot about how men become narcissists and everything. A woman who's a narcissist, you see her by not wanting the father to have a relationship with the kids, and also who poisons the child. Ne? That's a narcissistic trait, which I've already addressed at some point. Obviously, my videos about me speaking to the mothers or to the women about the wrong behaviors, they never trend. It's always these ones which trend, and I love it anyway. So now, can I continue now? Because I wanna go back and respond to your video, Putwam.
Yeah.
Sure. Like I'm gonna unpack it in sequence when you were addressing us in that video, yabo. Because the first thing, I'm gonna address the issue of Father's Day is the day yabo baba. Ane agioni baby daddy day. It's not husband day. And then also when women who are married, or even those who are not married, women who are celebrating their husbands or their baby daddies to say Happy Father's Day, we don't have a problem with them because they mean no harm. I'm sure they are celebrating. So we appreciate them, right? The only problem that we have a problem with the mothers who are now venting and who are tongue lashing at their baby daddies on Father's Day. Ne? So now I wanna unpack it nicely. Ne? Number one, yabona lenda yoguti it's not your father that you should be, your child should be the one. I want to start there. Your child should be the one that tongue lashes at you instead of your ex. Anisha.
Yes.
So I agree with you there when you say my child should grow up and tongue lash and vent and be bitter about her dad or his dad instead of me doing it on his behalf. Anisha.
Yes.
That's what that's the point number one that a lot of gents are crying about, ne? Yourself included. Yes, the thing, Gudwam, in some of these schools where we are taking our kids, they say bring your father to school. Number one. Number two, they say have a Father's Day card. They bring Father's Day cards. Ne? Number three, we have fathers who make empty promises to our kids, and our kids. Now, the problem where I need you to understand, remember at the end of this video, we don't have to agree, now, as long as all our points are out there in the open. The thing is that now, my brother, if my ex-husband promises my child things and he doesn't deliver, when I see my child being heartbroken, it's a trigger for me. Did I give this child life so that she can come and suffer, or so that he can come and suffer because I chose, my exact words, I chose an idiot to make a baby with? Ne? Number two, on Father's Day, I need you, like, now I want to unpack where the triggers are coming from for mothers on Father's Day. When it's bring your father to work, to school day for your child whose father is not present. Ne? When it's write a card, tell us about your dad on Father's Day, right? Your child comes back home to you, the mother. And it's you are the present mother, you are the one, you are the custodian, you are the one who is taking care of the kids. So when like, okay, now I need you to understand where the whole the whole 365 days, I'm okay. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm fine. I'm not triggered. On their birthday, I'm not triggered. But on Father's Day, I need you to, like, I want to talk about where the trigger of mothers is coming from on Father's Day.
Yes.
When now the child comes, the child is crying. Other kids were bringing their fathers to school. Mina, I'm sending my father a voice note. He's not responding. My father promised to buy me things. He's not buying me what he promised me, right? That's where the trigger comes from. I want to address where triggers are coming from and also what it means to be triggered, ne? So that at least when we leave this live, we'll be on the same page.
Yeah.
That on its own, on Father's Day, ne? It's a trigger for me as a mother to say, nah, Ingad, I've given birth to this child. This child is coming back crying from school because the father didn't pitch, because the father is not there like other fathers. There is no other day during school days where they will say, bring your father, where a child will feel Ubaba wami is not present, no matter how young the child is. There will never be a day where the child will feel like I don't have a father or my father is not present, except for Father's Day. You understand? So now I'm not talking about fathers who are present. I'm talking about fathers who are absent to say, now when my child is triggered because the father is not available, it's a trigger like him. Mina ingani yami when he falls, ne? Kubuhlungu like him. Anything that tempers with my child's happiness, tempers with my happiness. Anything that triggers my child, triggers me. So if my child is feeling that almost I'm a question that I don't have answers to because, going back to my exact words, I picked an idiot to make a baby with. I have lived to regret with the fact that I've picked an idiot to make a baby with until Father's Day, where a child comes to me and asks me questions that I don't have answers to. When a child comes to me and asks me, why can't my father come as other fathers are, as other kids are bringing their father, it's a trigger for me. You understand? And that trigger is not happening 364 days in a year, Putwam. It's happening on the day, on Father's Day. So let me give you a background before I move on to the next point that I was trying to make. Ne? Let me give you a background. This I didn't even mention in any of my videos because it was going to make my video irrelevant. It was going to make it null and void. In actual fact, in most of my videos, I put myself in the shoes of whoever or whatever that I'm speaking about so that it can be relatable, so that I can be relevant. Ne? Mina, my baby daddy is very present. My ex-husband to me, nah, not a good husband. That's why we are divorced. But as a father, why Izolo? My child was going for circumcision. I wasn't there. He was there with my child. You understand? Now, my own father, if you go to my TikTok, my own father, I posted a video about my dad. My dad is my support structure. Throughout my divorce, I'm using my father's car. Me, I was raised by my mother died when I was 16. So my father is the only person that raised me. You see what I am now? The way that I'm such a loud mouth. I was taught by my dad. It was a man who taught me these things. Ne? So now, yeah. So now, let me just wrap up. If you want to go in there.
Yeah, I want to come in and thank you, Madam Speaker, because I've been seeing a comment lana wabanye abantu. Yabona guys, ngishilo ngathi if ungakazi umephambi kwe-lecture ezinye izinto ngeke understand. Kwesinye isikhathi it is very important to put yourself in the shoes of that person. Noma ngabe kuthiwa you want to address noma kuthiwa uhlala esentini and ufuna address abantu abasemjondolo. Zifake kwi-situation abantu abasemjondolo so that into oyikhulumayo izoyenza isense. Awukwazi ukukhuluma ngesentini emjondolo. Awukwazi ukukhuluma uthi ufike wena uhlala guys Madam Speaker qhubeka.
Okay, let me continue, my brother. Gather yourself. So now here's the thing, my brother. Me, personally, I don't see, in as much as people made it out to be about me, of which I don't mind, because saying whatever that I speak about, people just assume what I'm talking about me. Even if it's your wife who sent me an inbox to say, this is what I'm facing, you can do a video about it. When I now do the video, I make it about myself. Ne? So I'm already used to people saying, heal, hurt, you are this, you are that. So now, when I did the video, Minangiti, from where I'm standing, I fully understand why mothers are triggered on Father's Day. Because when a child is not happy, if when as a mother you don't have answers to the father who is absent, so now when I see mothers venting, when I see people saying, no, when are you mothers, you are bitter, you must not say anything. For me, I feel like it's wrong to tell other people how to react when you've never been in their shoes. For me, I feel like when my sister, like literally there are people in my life, when I Gcabelihle, who switched off their phones on Father's Day because they were triggered. Some were triggered because they are adults now, they are grown adults whose fathers were not there, and then now they're seeing cycles of what happened to them is exactly happening to their kids now, which is even double trigger. You understand? So I'm still gonna go on the triggers, but I needed to just do this background to say, why are mothers triggered? Why can't they be triggered? As you were saying, mothers, you have 364 days to be triggered. Why must you now not let us shine on Father's Day? Mothers are not triggered those 364 days, which you are saying they must be triggered, because they have nothing to remind them that they're actually doing this thing alone. Until a child comes with questions. You raise a child alone and you were raped. Ne? Until the child comes to you, maybe you have healed, you've made peace with the fact that this child is a child of rape. Until the child grows up, and he says to you, and then all of a sudden that father must now be in the child's life. That is a trigger for you. So now, with that, I want to move on to the next thing on what you were saying and what I was saying, especially in terms of me being a divorcee and always having to be triggered on people's weddings. I want to move on to that, but I want us to say valele, and with your permission, of course, say valele yoguti, why are mothers triggered specifically on Father's Day? So, and also, I need you to understand ukuthi now as a father, you can be triggered on Mother's Day if maybe your ex is not allowing you to see the kids. When you see other fathers saying Happy Father's Day or saying Happy Mother's Day to the mother of my kids, it's a trigger for you. The whole year, you didn't have a problem with people going around with your kids, you're bumping into them at malls. But on Mother's Day or on Father's Day, when I as the father, you are triggered because you are reminded, oh, I'm a baby mama. You understand that? So that trigger there, when okay, I want to move on, but I need to let's wrap this up for me. That when I wrap it up for me with what I'm saying, it's in.
Okay. I'm actually making notes. I think that is why but before I wrap up, I want to address Sisla Figilus Toll. There's Usis by the name of Figilus Toll. Yeah, sis, you understand that sometimes we do not see people for who they are, but we see them for what we are. So be careful. How do you see me? We do not see people for who they are, but you see them for what we are. You have your own personal agenda nami as Gcabelihle or as a content creator Gcabelihle. That is why you blocked me and you got a chance yokuza kule live and uzoseklisha izinto ongakwazanga uziseklisha kwivideo yami. Angisazi ukuthi asibangani, awuzange ulale the other day, you were busy on my video on my profile trying to find something. So I understand ukuthi you have your agenda, so you have things that you want to settle, but this is not a place, my sister. We are here. Everything turns personal. Everything turns personal. You are right. Everything turns personal with me. Mina vele nje angeke uzungitshela I need psychological help and kumele be matured. I'm never a matured person, man. Never. I do not play that nonsense yokuba matured. Angidlale nonsense. But ke sengidlulile ke lapho ngiqedile, score settled.
Okay.
Ngiyakuzwa Madam Speaker.
Yes,
and I do understand and I do get you mangabe uthi yini eyenza iFathers Day itriggerishe ama feelings abantu besifazana abanawo. Angifuni futhi ukuvumelana nawe, not because I don't want to, but because I think in as much as I do understand, but I feel like there is a different approach when the trigger happens, you know.
Yeah, that's the next one. We want to address triggers now.
Yeah, I think this is something as a society, we are all responsible as a society for lento lenzoyish. We are responsible in preparing single parents or single mothers. Uguti, how they need how they should teach ingane zabo, make them understand ukuthi they have an absent father, you know. How do we make our kids understand ukuthi uma ngabe kuthiwe esikoleni come with your father, bhala ikhadi likababa wakho? Yazi mina makubhala ikhadi lababa esikoleni ngangibhalela kamalungu. because that was the only male person I called in even though ngangazi ukuthi ushonile, but whenever kunento that has to do with ubaba, I would write for umalume or ubaba omdala wami. So I think we need to prepare qala abantu besifazane as ama victim wama absent fathers. Yabo. Guys, I hate indoda elahle ingane zayo with all my heart. I even said kunkosikazi wami ngathi mina uma ngabe kwenzeka kuthiwa ngiyafeba ngizalisa ingane ngaphandle, you've got two options. One option is to leave me. The second option is to welcome ingane. Because I can never ngilahle ingane yami just because I want to please you. If you are not, I'm not forcing you to accept ingane, but you are more than welcome ukuthi ungishiye sihlukane ungcono, so that I can be a part of impilo yengane yami. Yes, I understand ukuthi ingane ngiyitholanga mhlawumbe ngambile ngacheata nani, but what I'm saying ukuthi that how I hate abantu abalahle ingane zabo. I hate it. Lo angikusho mina nginandaba nokuba muhleka, angifuni ukuthandwa nje. Anginandaba nje. This is just me. Now, we need to prepare ingane zethu, Madam Speaker. Can I call you Percy?
Please call me Percy.
Yes. We need to prepare ingane zethu Percy ukuthi okay, ingane zamanje ziyashesha understand as early as 5 years. Ingane is understand more than what we think they understand.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
We need to prepare lalela ke baba. Ubaba wakho la emhlabeni nana abanye abantu they are not faithful. Yabo. Abanye abantu they cannot keep their promises. That is why ubaba enza ama promises and akakwazi ukufulfill. Yabo. It is how abanye abantu bengakhona. Now, so Shaya, la you are doing two things.
Easy, baby.
You are preparing your child for.
I'm gonna come to you when I'm done. Is it alive? Okay, you can go this way. Sorry, you can continue, my brother.
No, it's fine. Lana, you are doing two things. You are preparing your child for its disappointments. Number two, you are making her or him understand the good thing. In as much as I'm your parent, and I'm young mama, use yourself as an example. Uyakhumbula ukuthi last year I promised you ukuthi I'm gonna buy you bicycle ngebirthday and angilithenganga. Yabo. Uyabona ukuthi kuyenzeka empilweni ukuthi singabi faithful. Ama promises singawagcini. You know, these things happen mntana. Whatever way ongayisebenzisa to prepare ingane yakho. I know ukuthi it is not the most correct thing to do or the most right thing to do, but at least kufana nokufaka bulletproof. You can't be proud to do 5 bulletproof, but at least you are safe. And again, as a society, we have a duty to prepare our single parents as abo baba abakhona empilweni zengane zabo. We have a duty as osisi. We need to prepare our sisters. I mean, I've prepared my own sister. My own sister. Before me, and she was very young. You know, I prepared her. I understand. It is fine. Lungile utholile ingane usemncane, it is fine. I'm prepared to be a single parent and be proud. I'm proud of into I say yona manje. You wanna say something?
Yeah, Paula lapho where you I wanna come in there before I forget. When you speak about how we should prepare our kids, that is a very dangerous move there. And I'm going to tell you why. When we tell our kids, Ugutu Baba Wako is not faithful, that's where you guys call us bitter because we are influencing. This goes back to what you said in the very beginning. In the very beginning, when you did your introduction, Budwami, you said that we are feeding our kids with information about their fathers, which is wrong information. And then the kids now grow up with this hatred, right, towards their fathers. Where does that hatred come from? It comes from me telling my child, Ubabako is not going to fulfill the promise which he said he's going to fulfill. In Spain, they call it you understand? As far as must we tell our kids the truth about you when you're a douchebag, or must we not tell the kids you're a douchebag? You understand? It's a bit confusing for me there.
Okay, let me explain it further. Let me rephrase.
Okay, yeah, please do.
Mangiti, we need to prepare our kids. my daughter, my son, your father is this kind of a person. We can, we can always fool ingane zethu or trick them into believing what we want them to believe. Yeah, there is a way. No, there is a way yokumintshela ukuthi into i-wrong ngaphandle kokuthi ayisabe, ngaphandle kokuthi kube nenzondo. That is why ngithe you can use whatever way, but as long as kuyindlela engeke izim-affect, but you are just putting her in a condition yokuthi should this happen, at least maka expect, obvious angeke uze ufike uthi hey, ubaba wakho is this wrong person, ubaba wakho don't keep ama-promises wakhe, ubaba wakho in yabo. There is a way. I mean, ingane yakho uyayazi, and there is a way yokuthi uyibeke kahle into and izwakale, mina ukuthi ngithi I'm very good with tricking ingane zami into doing what I want them to do or into believing what I want them to believe, just like kuba trigger uthi kurong kangakanani ukuyodlala ngaphandle, yabo, because ngabafundisa ukuthi whenever they are playing they should remain within equality, abakusabi ubona ngokuthi njoba sila eThekwini they do go play outside, but bayazi ukuthi what to expect outside. That is why mangabe yabo ngike ngafundisa ingane yami, ngike ngathi ngizoyibheka uLwando, wafika ngitshela ukuthi baba sorry and so uyangithuka ushinhlamba, she's insulting me, and ngamfundisa ukuthi ezinye izingane azikwazi ukukhuluma, and yazi ukuthi umuntu othuka inhlamba uba nesona akayi ezulwini, and if uthuka inhlamba ama-angels kaNkulunkulu won't guide you, yabo. God stay away from abantu abathuka inhlamba, yabo. In as much as engayizondi le ngane, but una into yokuthi inhlamba ngeke ngisho because yabo kuzokwenza ukuthi uNkulunkulu abaleke. Umuntu mabethuka inhlamba angimelanga ngimzonda, angimelanga ngimxwaye, but lo muntu lowo uzilungiselela into embi yena self, yabo. So ngizama ukuthi
that one there is not a lie, my brother. That is the truth, Angisho.
Yes.
I know that we raise our kids in very different ways, and I think you once did a video where you were saying your parenting skills, nobody should dare dictate to you how to raise your kids, if I remember very well.
Yes.
Ne? Yeah, and that is going to take us straight into my second part of my response to your video, where it was talking about ama-triggers, which is ama-triggers, you understand? And also to say stop on this day, yeah. I don't know if once you wrap up this one, then I will go straight into that.
Okay. I think, Madam Speaker, with regards to Ugu's preparing Anzet, I'm not really trying to instruct abantu kumele bazikhulise kanjani ingane zabo. But at the same time, I'm trying to create an umbrella or a blanket, because kunezinto ezini, in as much as singasikutshela ukuthi ingane yakho ikhulisa kanjani, but masasifika uthatha ingane yakho wena uyoyisebenzisa uthi ahambe uyofuna umsebenzi at the age of 10 years. No, we're gonna come in and we're gonna tell you what you are doing is wrong, manje. We don't care ukuthi eyakho, but you cannot rape ingane yakho just because eyakho. We can't tell you what to do. Awukwazi ukufundisa ingane yakho
unless you're doing something incriminating. Okay.
Yes. Now, kulento ke yo baba, ingane yethu siyifunda, izingane ngisuggesta ukuthi masifundiswe ukuthi zi-expect i-disappointment, but in a very cool way. I believe abantu besifazane manayi udila la wathi uSolomon man uSamson wadayisa ngamandla akusenhle lokutricka ingane. Come on, women.
You know what I do, mina on a personal level, ne? When my kids want something or their dad didn't fulfill, yabo, mina I take a phone, ngishaye voice note, ngishaye ngithi khuluma, ne? I don't want to get involved. I don't have answers, mina, for things which the father promised the child and couldn't deliver. Ne? Mina, when it comes to parenting, I'm very flexible in a sense. If you want my kids for the whole entire weekend, or the whole school holidays, and you're not gonna keep them with you, but you're gonna take them to your mother's house, I don't have a problem with that. I can see me now, I picked you. I'm always gonna go back to this thing. I picked you. In as much as you're an idiot, I picked you, and I must live with that for the rest of my life. Meaning that, Mina, I don't think tricking my kid, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna keep up with tricking the kid for the rest of my life. What I will do is I will give the kid a platform. Yokuthi yena, as they're growing older, but also decidela ngokwakhe umntwana. Going back to what you initially said, the child must decide if they want to vent on Father's Day or not. Umntanam uzodecidela when he or she grows older to say, my dad is a good dad, my dad keeps promises or not. And I'm not gonna cover up for my ex. I'm gonna let that much. What I will do is that I will Gcabelihle is gone. Gcabelihle is gone. Gone. He's gone. But I'll continue anyway. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to do you favors. If we are co-parenting, me and you do your part, I do my part. You fulfill your promises. If you can't fulfill your promises, you tell the kid yourself why you can't fulfill your promises. I don't have to come in there and assist you parent, because you are a full parent. You are 100% a parent, just like me. So if I can't fulfill my own promises to my kids, I take up the responsibility to say to my child, listen, I couldn't do it. Child, listen, I couldn't buy what I promised you to buy. Why then should I have to cover up for you? When are you taking that responsibility to cover up for yourself? When are you taking that responsibility to say, listen, I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to tell the kid myself, listen, that promise that I promised you, I couldn't fulfill. Why should it be my job? Do you understand now where my problem is? You don't want baby mamas to vent, but they must clean up after you. They must cover up for you until the child grows up and decides for themselves. No. The child must be given a platform to see you for a douchebag that you are from the beginning until the end. If the child decides, in as much as you're a douchebag, she's going to forgive you. She's going to be I call them a favor as my ex. When I mess up, when I'm not able to fulfill my promise to the child, baby girl, baby boy, I couldn't do it because mali, because I explain to the child as if I'm speaking to an adult, because as you said, kids understand as early as 5 years. Ne? So now on the other hand, don't expect me to cover up for you more because I must not teach the child to be bitter. When if you mess up, if you couldn't fulfill what you said you want to fulfill, you should be able to own up to that and say to the child, I couldn't do it. Why must I now come and pick after you? Because now I need to be talking about women not wanting to take accountability, take responsibility, but they always want to paint men. Because the thing is, once I start wanting to speak on your behalf, even the day when you do something wrong, I'm still going to come back and say, oh, your father. Then I'm the enemy. Then I'm the evil one. So for me not to even be a bad influence to your child, whether you do good or you do bad, fight.
Okay.
So that's my take. That's my take on that.
Yeah, that is the honest truth, and I respect that. Uguti Uti, you do not want to cover up for your ex. And again, I think abantu abangizwanga kahle, or they misinterpreted what I said.
So, yeah.
I'm not encouraging parents to lie to their kids, but earlier I made an example. Yoguti, this guy came on my life and he told how her mother used to let her let him face disappointments and everything babakhe bekayenza. Bengikhulumela le ndaba yokuthi to avoid ukuthi wena as uma wengane, khumbula kuqala ukuthi the first thing engiyishilo ngithena, we need to first prepare single parents ukuthi maybe angifuni ukusebenzisa ukuthi you need to prepare them on how to raise their kids as single parents. I don't want to use that line, but I think we need to prepare them. Single parents. How is it like to be a single parent? Because if we need to prepare them and tell them how to raise, it's gonna be like now we are detecting and questioning their parenting skills. So I think we need to prepare them on what to expect and maybe how to deal with our challenges.
That's where therapy comes in.
Yes, that is why as a society, maybe we need to prepare women on how to face our challenges as single parents.
Sure.
Okay. The reason ngisho njalo ngenzela ukuthi if women are prepared how they should deal with our challenges as single parents, it's gonna be easy for them to prepare iy'ngane zabo ukuthi how do you grow up without a father? What do you do if kunezinto where ezinye iy'ngane they bring in abo baba babo kuthiwa bhala ikhadi for your father? If as a parent you've been prepared ukuthi yes, it won't be easy. I understand that. If as a parent, when you've been prepared, it's gonna be easy for you to prepare your kid as well. So I'm not necessarily saying you must lie or women must lie to their kids. You must feed them lies. No.
You were off for a few seconds there. Okay.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah. So that is why in Eternal, maybe this is a duty of a society. It is not for amadoda, it is not for abantu besifazane kuphela, but as a society, because before ngiqhubeka, we need to understand what is a society and what does the word society means. So that because if we understand what are we as a society, it's gonna be easy to understand our role as an individual in the society. Once you understand your position, you will understand your role. Because a lot of us, society, this society, that society, but
and I say that a lot, I say that a lot.
But we do not understand the routine as we are also members of this so-called society.
Sure.
Now, society is a group of people who decide to live or who decide to live according to certain laws that they have set, certain laws and standards that they have set for themselves. That is why, as South African society, we live in a different way. When a society, say India, say UK, say America. In some countries, it's a shame. But in South Africa, we are used to people kissing in public, because as a society, Dubai, they've set a standard to which it is a shame you will kiss in public, but as South African, we are okay with that.
Sure.
So uzozwa mongabe wahlula uthisha esikoleni ayikho into esingayenza ngawo.
So bengifuna oh yeah,
yes,
let me allow
no,
you.
You can come in.
Mina ngakhuluma kuze kuphume ilanga njengoba liselishonile. So I need to give you that space.
You can come in. You can come in.
Okay. My brother, asikhulume ngama realistic targets, ne? Yeah. Because for lack of a better word, when I said realistic targets, let's be realistic with this thing. As society, we say that a lot. As society, we must come together. We must do this. We must change this. We say that a lot. The reason why I create the type of content that I create, Nepodwam, is simply because I wish there was somebody who spoke the way that I'm speaking now before I got married, when I was still a teenager, when I was still a young girl. Because the information which I'm now speaking about, I wish it was readily available for me to decide for myself whether I want to consume it or not, right? So when I grew up, when I was busy getting divorced, I realized that, no, man, this information that I want, that I wish I had, is not available. So then I decided, I'm going to take it upon myself to create information which I wish was there when I needed it, And then whoever that decides they're going to use it, they will use it. Whoever feels like it's useless, they can throw it in the dustbin, right? So now going back to us preparing. Now I want us, the reason why I'm giving you this background is because I want us to talk about preparing single mothers to raise kids in this society. Yes. I have 2 kids in marriage. And there was never a need for me to be prepared to be a single parent because I was married. I was a worship team leader, again.
Madam,
then when I was now married, I had 2 kids, and both of my kids were planned. Fertility tablets, I'll counter my ovulation. I did that. So now the kids are born. Are you saying something good?
Yes. I want to say something, Lana, guys. Guys, asikwazi ukuhlala na discuss Father's Day for an hour. Obvious topic will extend. Guys, esikoleni you were told to attend a debate and busy nabafana ujaha nabafana. Now we are having a debate, Lana. We should understand ukuthi topic will extend. Topic will obviously extend. Sizoshintsha from one point to the next. This live iqale ngo-6 o'clock and when ufika manje in 30 minutes ufuna ukuzodetect ukuthi this topic is taking a wrong turn. Kwathi esikoleni attendana ama-debate nababhizi njaha abafana. Hi guys, man, come on. You may continue.
My brother, I even forgot where I was. Where was I? Okay, yeah. No, now I remember. So now, Putin, now I come into a space where say we have to divorce, we have to separate for whatever reason. Some have stated, some are still not known. Then now I need to step into single parenting. Single parenting in a sense of co-parenting, if I may put it this way. Some are fortunate enough to be co-parenting. Some are just single parenting. Once your mom is late, like my mom, my dad was forced to go into single parenting. So it's a bit of a problem when we have to prepare. I have 2 things. Actually, when I gave you the background story, I gave you the background story because I have 2 things to raise from what you're saying. Number 1, it's a bit of a problem for us to prepare single mothers how to become single mothers when there are fathers who are single fathers who also need to be prepared if we have to prepare people. Number 2, because I never intended to be a single mother, when I now become a single mother, when do you prepare me? Immediately after I exit my marriage, immediately after I start co-parenting. The thing is, my brother, in my response to you saying that we need to prepare single mothers to be able, and I'm going to take your preparation of single parenthood, and I'm going to take it straight into the main topic of us venting as baby mamas on Mother's Day. To say, if we are now prepared to single parent, prepared to say a child must go to school without a father and then they must come back, and then when they ask us about Father's Day and they are heartbroken, we must not vent because we've already been prepared for these things. And that's what I'm thinking. That's where you're taking it, right? So now here's the thing. In this process of me being prepared to be a single mother, where is the father in all of this? The responsibility of the father in all of this. You understand? My problem with me being prepared as a single mother, somehow I feel like I'm being because me being prepared means that I must be taught how to shut up. I must be taught, this is how you behave. You don't behave how your emotions direct you to behave. You don't heal the way that you see healing fit for you. Like, for example, if my healing meant that I must walk around butt naked, the way I'm such a free spirit, I would do it. But it would be wrong for you to see me walking around naked. You'll be saying, but if that to me feels like healing, trust me, I would do it. So now, Mina, my problem that I have with you saying that women must be prepared, I'm taking it as if women must be tamed. I'm taking it as women must be dictated to as to what to do or how to react to whatever that is happening on the inside of them. When you now say that when you used to write your card to your uncle because your father was not available. Number 1, it's a beautiful thing for you to recognize your uncle as a father figure because your father didn't hurt you. your father left you by passing, it's not his fault, right? Meaning that you have no bitterness in you whatsoever. Remember, as we are grown adults like this, we are healing from inner child issues. And these inner child issues, they don't just happen. They happen when we were young. The time when you were saying we should be lied to, or we should be shired so that we may believe certain things about our dads. Now, when we are grown adults, we now have to go back and heal from all of that which we were being deceived about, which is why I chose to be transparent and say, I say what I say to my kid, which is the truth. My ex-husband is not my responsibility. He must say whatever, and if he messes up, he must come and clean up his own mess. So now, when it comes to you writing a note or a card to your uncle instead of your dad, it's easier for you to do that because you've accepted in your heart that your father is late. It's not everybody who accepts that their father is late. Some people, their fathers kill themselves. So when I now have to write a note to my uncle on Father's Day, it's a trigger for me to say, why must I write to somebody else's dad when my dad chose to take his own life? And another thing, I don't even have an uncle to write a letter to. So situations differ from person to person. Hence, reactions differ from person to person. Hence, we can't now put everything under one umbrella and we say, okay, because this one worked for Gcabelihle, it must now work for everybody to say, let everybody write a card to the next male figure who is in the family, or let them just drink water. Let me sit with my child on Father's Day and just make sure that they're okay so that they don't get triggered. If they have to be triggered, triggers are a part of healing. And a trigger is necessary. And if a child has to be triggered so that they can heal and never have childhood traumas to heal from, then so be it. You understand that? That's where my point is going with the issue of single mothers must now be trained. Single mothers must be supported. I will put supported just for lack of a better word. Single mothers must be society must learn to accommodate, to teach them to, so that they can, in my interpretation of what you're saying, so that they must not vent on Father's Day, so that they must not misbehave, so that they must not do things which make other people around them uncomfortable. You understand that? For me, I ngihambeli kahle. Ayingihambeli kahle le ndaba, because single parenting differs from person to person. As I was saying that the circumstances which lead us to being single parents, they differ from person to person. So now we can't be putting us under one umbrella to say, because now I'm venting on Father's Day because this is what happened. The other one is venting on Father's Day because this is what happened. And every Father's Day, there's a new mother who just became a single mother. Every Mother's Day, there's a mother who was parenting with their partner for 2 years, then they become a single mother. So shooting, let venting yama mothers on Father's Day. It's an ongoing thing forever and ever, because there are new mothers and new situations every year.
Percy.
Yes, my brother.
Hey, I consider myself as a very good listener.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm noting, as you are speaking, Uti, to me, this is how I see your point, or this is how I see into
I'm interpreting what you are saying.
Yes, this is how I'm interpreting into issue. But it's fine, because the most important thing, Uguti, you have to understand, Uguti, there is a possibility Uguti you might get the point wrong.
Right. Yes, I agree with you there.
So if already when you wanna cancel omunye umuntu just because you think uthe, only to find Uguti your interpretation was wrong. Yes.
Yeah, which is why you are here, so that if it's wrong, the way that I'm seeing it, then you can correct me. Quick, fast and hard.
But before ngiya correcta lana ekutheni mhlambe you interpreted wrong or right. Ngifuna ukubuyela ekutheni now, what do I stand for? Maybe ukuze ngize ngingene ngistitch video yakho ngiphikisa, what do I stand for?
Yes.
Mina I stand for ukurecognize kwamadoda when they are doing better. In as much as ngithi amadoda wa recognize when they are doing good, I am not saying laba benza kabi should not be called out.
Okay.
In as much as I'm advocating ukuthi men must be recognized when they're doing good. My only problem with abantu besifazane is that they will, whenever they have a problem namadoda, kuba manje into yawo wonke umuntu, they want to include everyone. Uma ngenza ama-video mina, I'm very careful. I choose my word very carefully. Just that angeke uzungizwe if awungifuni. Yabo, if you hate me, yeah, angeke uzungizwe. Whenever I speak of women, I say most women.
Yeah.
Now you have to understand if there is most, there is least.
Yes, correct.
That is where abantu besifazane balahleka khona. If when you are part of the list, there's no need for you to partake in that conversation. There's no need at all. There's no need for you to get offended. If I say most women are liars and cheaters, if you know yourself, there's no need for you to come and attack me. If you fall under list.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Fall under, yes, that is why I do not include myself to most men, but in most, I rather speak for him most, but I do not include myself as most. That is why even now I'm speaking for I'm a deadbeat father, but I'm not a deadbeat father. My wife is here. I'm not a deadbeat father. I'm here speaking for my deadbeat, but I've never ingane from a spell ngazi hours along ayo. Ngazi udokotela uma wake ngangena throughout pregnancy to date. I'm not a deadbeat father. I know ingane in and out.
And you're not condoning it. You've said that before. You don't condone it.
Yes. And yes, Sonje, yeah. Why I'm not attacking Madam Speaker. Oh, guys, anyway.
No, you're not. No, my brother, you could never. This guy loves me. He could never attack me.
I love you so much. You know very well.
I love you, my brother. So yeah, don't be distracted. Let's go.
Yes. So what do I stand first before ngibuyela with a point of preparation? Now, in preparing, I liked Mauti. Let us speak about reality. In reality, good manje. We're in the middle of the ocean as and we are drowning. That is the reality. We are drowning in this thing called parenting. We are drowning in this thing called relationship. We are drowning in this thing called marriage. We are drowning in this thing called love. We are drowning. We are in the middle of the ocean. And Yagaktiwa is the world of the blind eye, honestly one, of the blind man, honestly one who funuktonsa lo ngaboni at all, it's a mixed masala. But mangithi preparing, I'm not saying abantu besifazane mabacindezelo and not allowed ukuthi bahile. I'm not saying ukuthi they should be detected ukuthi this is how you should do. Don't do that, do this, don't do that. Yes. No. Angisho lokho, but ngisho ukuthi okay, because we are here already, let us rather help each other. And ngizokhuluma ngokuthi what do we do about ngamadoda. I'm going to come to men taking responsibility. I'm going to come to that point. So do not rush me, good people. Can kupa batho ba yesu. Ningang-rush. Yabo. So we're going to talk about men taking responsibility. Just because when you feel that conversation is long overdue, it's not long overdue for me. It's long overdue for you. So yeah. Now, yes. Uma ngabe ngithi mina we need to prepare abantu besifazane. Ngithi already we are here right now. Abantu besifazane, they are single parents. They are frustrated. A lot is going on. Bane anger, badiniwe, and believe me, I understand that very perfect. They have every right. If befuna ukuthuka babengane bame phezwe Table Mountain bathuka inhlamba thuba bwenga, I don't have a problem. I never bash umuntu esifazane thuba bwengane yakhe mina. I will never. Whether uthini, you have every right to feel ngendlela ofuna ukufila ngayo. Noma ingayiphi indlela abafuna ukuphola ngayo. But ngithi mina do not want to shine while we are still shining. But can we get this moment and dance? Yeah, abantu besifazane mabangenzi angazuthi the only thing ekhona kumadoda is deadbeat fathers. Can we have the floor to dance bakithi?
Yeah, I want to get to that.
Yes. Can we have a chance? Yeah, siyazi ukuthi this day frustrate trigger. But
Sure.
can you keep quiet for one day? One day.
Sure. Bengifuna lapho ke bhuti wami bengifuna ukuthi ufike khona kule ndaba le. I wanted you to get to this point.
Hi mina ngithi guys nangithi one day it's all we're asking for, guys. We want to dance. Nginamakhadi la Nkosi yami engwenzelwe izingane zami bantshontsha imali kamawabo bangithengela ikhekhe. They made beautiful cards.
Sorry. Please close the door, baby.
Guys, hi guys ngeke. Madam speak.
No. Yes, my brother.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm still on live, baby, ne? Yeah. Sorry, my brother. Sorry.
Yeah. It all I'm asking for, can we have a chance? Can we have this moment to ask? Understand that, guys. If Mvunugibega in a rude manner, can I put it in a rude manner? Because about TikTok, they only understand
a spade, mina ngikwazi unjalo. A spade is not a garden tool. A spade is a spade. Awuyibize ngegama layo lento.
Yes. At the end of the day, we've got nothing to do with your deadbeat baby daddy.
Yes.
It is not our problem. Let our kids celebrate us. Father's Day, and now you wanna come and shine. You are not a father. Yeah. We have no business. No baby dad. We also have our issues. Don't come with your frustrations. We also have our angers. Don't come and vent. You can't come to my house and vent to my house just because when you think, hey, I'm dying in my house and and I must allow you just because you are going through healing process. No. Your healing process must happen. Haila.
Sure.
Haila.
Please, can I come in?
Yes.
You done?
Yes.
Hey, I like you see throughout the whole thing. This is my favorite part. This is the Gcabelihle that I know. Yangizwa. Bengifuna khona la. Bhuti wami. Ne? Lalela ke bhuti wami. Number one. My video was more about triggers and understanding ukuthi triggers are not things which we control in a sense yokuthi come now, go now, come now, go now. This is the example that I'm gonna give you. Ne? And when you gave an example, you would say, should we take a mic? Should you be triggered? What should you do at a funeral?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, my brother. My social media platform, ne? So when I want to vent about my baby daddy who's not available on my social media platform, shooting me ngiventela kwam, shooting iposhela kwam. You understand, my brother?
Okay.
You understand? So when you now want to come in, when like I don't mind. Up the road, you have a wedding. You celebrate. They are busy celebrating. He's a good father. He's a champion. You understand?
Yeah.
So celebrate. I'm not saying celebrate. I'm not taking a mic and eating all the fathers who are being celebrated. Yeah. No. I'm saying on this day, after my child came back to school triggered, now I'm triggered. Mina, if I'm crying on my social media platform about ingxaki zami, kufana nokuthi ngikhalela kwami. So if you are going up the road or down the road, if ubona ukuthi hayi ngathi ziyakhala ngalana, uyazidlulela uye la uya khona, ne? If ubona ngathi kuyakhalwa lapha wena uye emshadweni, uyazidlulela uye emshadweni. So my problem that I have with a lot of men in that video and your video as well, with what you are saying, what you are saying with your own words. My problem that I have, number one, is now we go back to that dictatorship. There are people you can tell what to do, and there are people you can't tell what to do, especially if they're not stepping on your territory. Ne? We are sharing a day filled with a lot of events. We are sharing a Saturday. On this Saturday that we're sharing, there's a wedding, there's a funeral. When you can't come from your wedding and you say your cries are too loud, Nina, or I at the funeral, so keep it down. Ne? No, Tina, we're busy celebrating Good Father's Day. Nina nyarasa la. No, Nina celebrate lapo. Celebrate your good fathers and it's a beautiful thing. Nati we suffer well from where we are staying. But last year Tina siya triggerega, siya kala. And if we are not saying, my brother, if I came to your post Or if anybody came to my post where I was talking about my dad, and they started talking about their own deadbeat father, their own nje bakhulume problems zabo on top of my beautiful post about my father, I would then understand why must you tell me shut up, you are messing up this day. But if I'm complaining somewhere else where it's not your territory, it's my territory where I'm complaining, well, you can't tell me what to do. Here's the thing, my brother, which I think is a common problem. We have a common problem of thinking that we can tell people what to do simply because we think we know what is right and what is wrong. What is right to you is right to you. You can tell those who are within your cycle what to do. Ne? You can tell somebody who's close to you to say, I was rasela with this Father's Day, ungas rasela. You can say that to your sister because that's your sister. You can tell that person what to do. But Mina, a total stranger who's living in Limpopo, in Mpumalanga, you tell me to shut up on Father's Day, shut up on Mother's Day, when I'm not even commenting on your post. I'm creating my own post and I'm venting on my own post. And I'm not even tampering with your post. Mina ngithi kuhle siyabongela siyakuhalalisela isiZulu sami siyabaleka siyabongela siyakuhalalisela ukuthi wena nje you are doing a good job. Hlala khona lapho wena ucelebrate nomndeni wakho. Ne? Mina ungiyeke ngivente ngendlela engifuna ukuventa ngayo. So mina I'm saying, in as much as I was celebrating my dad, in as much as okay, I was not celebrating my ex, obviously, ne? Because we're still not there yet. We have not healed to that point yet, but I just said, I see you doing a great job, ne? But while I'm celebrating my dad and I'm busy with my thing, when I see other people venting, if it's funny, if it's inhlamba, ho, kanti kunje eSouth Africa. You understand what I mean? But for me to now come in there and say, Tina, we are still busy celebrating our fathers. We are celebrating, so you must shut up. It's wrong.
Yazi ukuthi person king mina yini. It is not the venting, it is how they vent.
It's wrong for you to tell them how to vent.
No. It's how. Let me explain how.
Okay.
Yabo, I wanna person mongabe uthi. If someone come and say, Yazin, bongo baba, all fathers they are deadbeat, they are stupid, they are rubbish. Yeah. And now when you have a father who you see as a king, my problem is that if uzofika manje kulungile venta ke hamba ukuthatha ifoni yakho uthuka ubaba wengane yakho uthuka ubaba wakho, as long as uba specific ukuthi ngikhuluma ngowami ubaba, ngikhuluma ngowami baby dad, I do not have a problem as long as you're specific. My problem is when a woman come and say men should take responsibility. We in guys, no, come on, man. Tina, we've Tina all responsibility tatil. And before I let you in, I think Buffett. It is how I am, and I'm not going to be apologetic. I'm not going to apologize on those. Yeah, guys, kuyahlupha ukukhulela emndenini la kuhlale kuliwa khona, angikwazi ukuhlala and have a decent conversation ukuthi okay, asibonani, asiboni, like we don't see eye to eye, so let us have a peaceful conversation, you know. Kunabantu lana nje obona ukuthi they are war, man, they're in a war here, you know, they're in a war. Babona ukuthi lento yenzeka la between mina nawe, it's a war. And yabo ba busy guys. Some of us grew up in families where if you don't see eye to eye, you are able to sit down and have a conversation about that thing and agree to disagree, whatever the case may be. So, manje bafethu, stop seeing war in everything that you come across. Hi guys, this is not about it's not about Madam Speaker bowing to me or me bowing to Madam Speaker, but it is about how we see or how we've received ama-video or ama-messages, you know. So guys, bafethu kujwayele lento ukuthi nasemsebenzini makuba ne-meeting ubokujwayela ukuthi nje mangabe kuse meetingini, mangabe kuthiwa kukhulunywa ngabantu abangayenzi invoicing, ungalwi. It's not a war. Akekho umuntu ozoxoshwa. If wazi ukuthi wena you are not part of those people, musukulwa. Manje abantu sebekwi-war lana, sebekwi-war bakithi. Yabo, guys, stop fueling into engekho. Anyway ke, sengicedile. I'm not gonna be apologetic. Futhi ngeke ngibayeke. Othi ngiyazicontradicta bakithi kulungile akahamba. Yeah. Othi I'm contradicting myself. Akaphume ngazi enze njani uzobona wenza njani ngindaba yami leyo. Ngingafuni ukwenza inkinga zakhe zami. Yeah, but ke at the end of the day njengoba ngisho ukuthi inkinga yami mina it is when they generalize. I have a problem with abantu who always generalize. I have a problem with abantu abanjalo and I'm gonna fight them. I'm not going to back down. I'm gonna fight abantu abageneralize izinto because ngaze ngathi komunye ephendula kwivideo yami ethi unkosikazi wami wathi bonke abantu besifazane bayafeba so umfazi wami uzongifebela ngathi mina are you trying to say uma wakho isifebe?
Obviously.
If uthi bonke abantu besifazane bayafeba, are you trying to say uma wakho isifebe wena uzalwa isifebe wena? I'm sorry ukusebenzisa igama lesizulu, it is what it is. Yabo. So if I have a problem because you are generalizer manje. Hey abantu besifazane bayafeba. Oh usho ukuthi ugogo wakho wena kini nje ifamily eyifebe nje ugogo wakho antu wakho umamkhulu wakho uma wakho wena uzalwa yifebe nje ingane yakhe encane entombazane wena mawunayo isifebe already. It's a problem. It's a problem for me.
No, I hear you, my brother.
Rutan, don't tell me to. Rutan, here's the thing. You want to dictate to good sticker in when you channel live by your own accord. You're not even invited. So the live is a way me now we inbox no them speak. So I'm gonna talk about everything because mina na sizela is all vent. Can we vent the way we want? Stop telling us what to say, Rutan. Nifuna ukudetector partner benu nithethe ingane zenu nitshele thina ukuthi stick in. Tshela ingane yakho ukuthi ayistike kwini hayi mina. Yes, I'm emotional. I'm getting emotional. I don't like being detected. You can never detect me. Ufuna ukutshela ingane yakho ukuthi ingane yakho ufuna uyithetha igqoke nesikoleni ipattern and now ufuna ube invited nang invited only few people to only 2 people or invited anko is invite. Ufuna uzongitshela manje ukuthi how should I behave kumele ngikhulume ngani? Rutan, hayi ngeke guys, no. You're not going to do that to me.
Sorry my brother skis. Usuventile ke but wami right?
Yes.
Sure. Ibile drink usayiphethe vele, you still have your drink with you there.
Yes, but ngishiye ngale. Yes, let me yes, no wonder you sengishifelwa kangaka. Ngishiye drink. No wonder sengishifelwa kangaka.
Hey, how about that drink, but how about that drink?
Yeah, I have my drink
I
manja.
get your point, my brother, when you're speaking about generalizing, né? And you also said that in most of your videos, you always say that the majority. I hear you saying that a lot. And if we can go back to my video, which I posted, which got us where we are now, I said Valentine. Why am I saying Valentine's?
Father's Day.
Father's Day is a trigger for most women.
Yeah.
Not for all women. For most women.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, for me, Mother's Day is a trigger for me because my mom is late. When I see other people posting their moms in Sabawela, you know, but Father's Day for me is not a trigger. But I know because I've experienced. I love sitting with ladies and just hearing and pouring into each other's cups. And plus, my inboxes obviously they are flooded with ladies who are going through stuff. Yeah, so it's a trigger for a lot of ladies. That's why I said for most ladies, but. I'm not worried about that much. The reason why I'm not worried about that much, generalizer, no, I'm generalizing, is because I know, even if I try throughout the view to say, this one is not applicable to everyone, somebody's going to come and say, Jay, don't compare us to your ex. Somebody's going to say that.
Yes.
So I already know before I even start a live, also deviate. You understand that? So that one is the least of my problems. Mina inking I am is simply free. I want to be free to a point where I express myself. The preparation, if I may go back to that, the preparation that we were talking about earlier on, because I think I had misunderstood you in the beginning, then you tried to clear that out for me to say, no, I'm not saying we must dictate to mothers what to do and how to do. But now, let me fast forward to what I'm saying now. In terms of preparing mothers, we need if I'm happy and I'm healthy, one thing that I've learned throughout the whole of last year is that I need to be healthy and happy so that I can yield happy and healthy results. And for me to be a good mother, ne, I need to be healthy. I need to be taking care of my emotional and my mental well-being.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you as society, if society wants to create a space which is training me or supporting me as a single parent, ne? Create for me an environment where I can freely and safely speak my mind, speak my frustrations, vent, and I'm not suppressed and being told, Uguti, vent here, don't vent there, drama, unani. Because as long as my venting is not stepping on anyone's toe, like you said, Uguti, you don't like people who generalize and say, oh, amadoda using ja, ne? But now,
Yeah.
if I'm not generalizing and I'm speaking about my own personal experiences, can society help me by creating a safe space for me? Safe in a sense, Yoguti, can I freely express myself without feeling like I will be attacked, I will be called crazy, as you were saying, Uti, you don't like people calling crazy or anything like that. Can I freely express myself for the sake of my very same kids, which I need to be trained to be a good mother too? Because if I'm suppressing my feelings, if I'm being told, Uti, I should not be able to speak about these things because Babi Zabanya up the road, they're celebrating, so I must control myself, I must suppress my emotions, and I must not vent on a specific day. What that does, when I now come back home, I must vent on my kids. I must take out the frustration on my kids because I couldn't take out my frustration where I saw fit. So now I'm now creating that generational problem. Yoguti, kids, my kids must now grow up and have to heal from inner child traumas which were caused by me because of the triggers which I got on Father's Day. So if you give me a space, a society, if you allow me that luxury or that privilege of being able to vent freely without being scared of venting, what that does to me is that it helps me to in a society. You are helping me to become a better mother and a better single parent to my kids. That's my point.
Okay. Okay.
I got the comment.
Yeah, no, bengifunda ngi comment. It's fine,
okay.
Guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, mina do not have a problem. Abona mina, Madam Speaker, the way engikwazi ukumana khona indaba zami. Noma ngingadlulanilwa nithukana, angeke ngisho lutho.
Yeah.
If that is how you want to fix your problems, I'm fine. Ngizohamba nje ngiyohleba nonkosikazi wami.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem ukuthi niyalwa or nenza njani. I don't have a problem ukuthi abantu baventa kanjani. Whether you wanna come here and dance naked, that is why ungakazi ungizwe mina ngikhuluma ngabantu ukuthi hey, women are dancing naked or here on TikTok. I don't give a shit about that, man. Okay. I don't give a shit whether you are dancing naked or wenza ini. I don't give a shit. Yabo. Because I won't affect.
Okay.
But inkinga yami enginayo again. Uma ngabe sekuthathwa ishine ke manje bakithi yethu nathi. Yabo, hayi guys, hayi.
Ithatha ubani ngoba wena ubhizi kwakho Gcabelihle bhuti wami uyacelebrate nami ngibhizi kwami ngiyakhala.
No. Angithi at the end of the day sonke sihlangana la ku TikTok. Yabo?
Yeah.
After celebration, TikTok, this is the street. I will address Yolanda. I heard Yolanda is concerned about how am I treating my wife. Yolanda, I will address you, my sister. Don't worry. Now in Gagwaza, I know Yolanda no Banilo. Udino mine angazi udino man. I will address you. Both of you will address niggas in scat. Angithi madam Percy. TikTok ila sihlangana khona sonke. This is our street. Siyaphambana. Again, another problem nokuthi uze la TikTok and say yonke into ofuna ukuyisho ngoba bengane yakho. But what I'm saying, I think I portray message yokuthi wonke umuntu baba is a deadbeat father.
There we agree.
Let us not portray that message. That is my fight. Let us not portray message yokuthi everyone is a deadbeat father.
Sure, you're right. My dad is not a deadbeat. My ex-husband is not a deadbeat.
Yes. Bese ngiza kuYolanda. Yolanda says, you've got a lot of things to worry yourself about instead of worrying about my wife. ukuthi how is she treated by me. And ngizaza nakuba umunye futhi uba maps. You've got a lot of things to worry yourself about. Mina if nguwena nje kuqala your first thing nje kumele ngabe uzwarisha ngayo i-makeup yakho nje sithi. You need to get your makeup tutorials. So manje ufuna abona if you can take this time uzwarisha ngami uzoba nesikhathi esiningi. Lwazi, if I'm emotional, then get the fuck out of here. You can't tell me when I got to emotional lana uzusaba ukuposta ngisho ugogo wakho because abantu bakhuluma ngogogo wakho and you are telling me I'm emotional. So you can be emotional and I can't. Shut the fuck up. If I'm emotional, get the fuck out here. When I got to call manje uthi abantu ugogo bakhuluma into abangayithandi. You are not emotional now, guys. Mina I'm a man ngoba I'm a testicles. Otherwise I'm a human being. More than I'm a man, I'm a human being. So don't tell me just because I'm a man, I should behave in this manner. I don't please anyone. I don't need to prove to anyone. I'm a human being more than anything. So don't tell me just because we're in daughter, you need to behave to hell with this fact that Utamata should behave in this manner. Fact that.
No, nobody has a right to tell men how to behave. Nobody has the right to tell anybody how to behave
the way I want. I will behave the way I feel. I will say what I want. If I'm an emotional man, I will be an emotional. I will cry if I want to cry. So my parents must be that FNB and cry. Don't nina nifuna madoda as prove nina then nathi singawana madoda we need to prove ourselves to you. Get the fuck out of here. Who do you think you are? We should prove ourselves to you which we are men, which we are men enough. For what? To benefit what? What do we have to gain by proving ourselves to you? Who are you? What business do you have with me? Kumele ngiziprove kuwena sukuthuka ngizothuka. Kumele ngiziprove kuwena ubani wena? Wakabani? Ungisiza ngani? Ngiholelani? Hi guys. No. Kahleni.
Address them. They have no right to tell you how to
You want to control you. Here's the thing, abantu narcissistic and want to dictate everyone around them. Nala, we TikTok, you want to dictate us. Mina, you'll never dictate me, never, Shane. Trigger or not trigger, no main, you'll never dictate me. Never.
Yeah, no, you are right. You are right.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I wrap up? Can I wrap up, my brother?
Yeah. I think we can wrap up. I think we've said enough.
Yeah.
Again, the point Lana was not to agree. But it was
just to debate on what we are disagreeing on. Yeah.
Yes, it was just definitely. To debate. I think the most important thing agono ukuthi ubanovuma ini ubanongavumi ini.
Yeah.
It was just to have a debate, an open debate, and umuntu ekugcineni uthatha into acabanga ukuthi iyamsebenzela.
True.
And whatever that you feel like this is gonna work for me, you can take yonke into madam speaker ishilo and cancel everything that I've said. That is perfectly fine. At the end of the day, I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to lose and nothing to gain, whether you take what I say or you do not take. I've got nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Whether you listen to me or not, I've got nothing to lose. Yabo? Ekugcineni uzokwenza into ofuna ukuyenza. Yabo? So, yeah, that was my 2-cent opinion ukuthi guys. Yes, Father's Day, it triggerisha izinto eziningi, but when you come on this platform to vent, see, ngiyacela, do not generalize.
It's not a one-size-fits-all.
Yeah, do not generalize. It's not a one-size-fits-all. As I am Cinderella, njoba nishut, as I am Cinderella. ngiyacela guys, don't be like Cinderella, don't be like me and be Cinderella now. Don't be Cinderella like me. Don't be a Cinderella. Come on, what is it now? Angenina, you are mature, you are not Cinderella. So musani phela ukuthi nani nifune ukustrapha siwo Cinderella. Yabo, ningastrap, don't put a trap for us as all Cinderella, because mina guys, I'm a Cinderella. I can tell you now, I'm a Cinderella. Yabo, I'm a Cinderella. If I love amadoda, I love amadoda too much. I love amadoda ngenhliziyo yami yonke, and I will protect amadoda enza kahle emhlabeni. I will fight to protect amadoda enza kahle emhlabeni, because I think abantu besifazane banikezwe enough attention. Angisho ukuthi ku wrong, but I think abantu besifazane, they have enough attention kubona, banabantu ababaningi ababakhulumelayo. Therefore mina I will stand for amadoda. Banabantu abaningi who advocate for abantu besifazane, and I will advocate for amadoda, whether amadoda agree with me, because here's the thing, amadoda, this is isiZulu, I'm not swearing. Amadoda amaningi acabanga ngepipi. They use their penis to think. That is why bengakwazi ukubona even when umuntu wesifazane is wrong and is ill-treating them, because they think using their penis, the only thing if I can put her to bed. That is why ngwamela ngifuna ukwabuyisa na ukuthi stop thinking using your penis.
Where you see the gap, you must fill it, my brother. If you have the
Yes.
you know the grace to do so, you should be able to do that.
Otherwise, that was for bekuyiloko ebenginako mina, bekuyiloko ngifuna ukusho, and I'm done. Yeah, ngicabanga ukuthi on my side ngiqedile.
Okay. Can I still say one last thing? Then we can wrap up and say our goodbyes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The one last part which I felt like I didn't touch on was on the issue of ngiyabona isiya trend kakhulu lana sekukhulunywa ngama triggers. This is the part that I had not touched on in depth, to say that maybe if we could understand each other and what triggers are, because these things happen to both men and women, them being triggered. It's trigger kumina ifana nokuthi there's a song which every time when it plays, it reminds me of my mom. So, and this is no longer about Father's Day only. It's just about us understanding each other as we are helping each other as society to say, how do we help each other move forward? How do we help each other make a safe space and safe environment for every single one of us to be able to do this parenting thing, right? It's trigger. If I don't know, my mom is late. I'll give you an example with me. My mom is late. Every time when I hear I Miss You by Aaliyah, that song is a trigger for me. My mom has been late for more than 15 years. That song is a trigger for me. Every time when I Miss You by Aaliyah plays, it reminds me of my mom. So it for that split second, regardless of how happy I am on that day, I get sad, right? So now I can't control people's cars, people's spaces, and inside a shop. You know that shop where they like playing music too much. If the minute I get in there, they are playing Aaliyah, I Miss You, I can't say switch off the music because I'm triggered. Yeah, so if I now step in and taxi, they're playing Aaliyah, I can't say switch off the music because I'm getting triggered. I think if we can understand that, to say whatever that triggers a person, you can now ask them to put it back in a box, because once the trigger is out, it's out. And also triggers because they are they're a form of they're a part of healing process. To say when somebody is triggered, it means it's a reminder they are not where they used to be, and they still have a long way to go. This is a C-section scar. It's no longer painful as a C-section, but it's a scar. It's there, and from time to time when it's cold, you're gonna feel pain on that scar. That's how I take a trigger, right? So meaning that when somebody says I'm triggered, when somebody says this day triggers me, this thing triggers me, it is the onus is on us for us to understand ukuthi we can't say vala leyo trigger, cima leyo trigger, uthanda attention, uthanda this, uthanda that, because I know that a lot of times there are kids who, when they grew up with depression and the works, their parents used to call them, especially us in our culture, our black people, they would always say, Lona uthanda attention, Lona uyatefa. I had a story about somebody who was told Usi uyatefa simply because she wanted to be with her mom all the time. Because when she's left at home with her dad used to to rape her. You understand? So the mom would think, the mom and the family and everything and everybody around her would always think, no, she's trying to respond to something. So in as much as what triggers me may not trigger you. When you listen to Aliyah, it reminds you of your loved one or it reminds you of your first love. So just because when it reminds you of your first love and it's a beautiful song for you, it doesn't necessarily mean the song must not be played from beginning to end. The song must be played from beginning to end for you to be able to enjoy the song, and the song must be played from beginning to end because I can't have control over the song whenever it's being played. So me and you, we are two different people who react differently to one thing. There is one Lusugu, it's called Father's Day. The feeling that we have towards this Father's Day, for you, it's a beautiful thing. For me, it's a trigger. But then just because it's a trigger for me, I wish you would see me and just because it's a beautiful song for you doesn't mean when you are selfish, why are you playing the song until the end? It simply means we can still coexist in a situation where it's not yielding beautiful results for all of us, but all of us have to get some sort of healing, or we have to at least feel something, and it's a safe space for us to feel the way that we feel even in that environment. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I've noted. I think I've made it clear from Skala Uguti. I do understand Uguti, where you're coming from and what were you saying. Let me not say what we were trying to say, but I do understand what you were saying. Now that we've had a conversation or we've had a debate, and I think to you, I've made my points clear.
Sure.
To you, ne? Did I not?
Sure. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the conversation that we had.
Yes. So I'm not going to bother ngoba nasesikoleni sasingaphasi sonke namanje khona abafeyila umatric. So I won't spend much time trying to explain kubanye abantu because there are still people who are still not getting it. Even now, after explanation after 2 hours, they're still not getting it, but it's fine. Bakithi nasesikoleni abanye bethu bafeyila, abanye baphasa. It's okay. Abanye bathola u-level 2 ku-English, thina sathola u-level 6. It is okay. It is fine, guys. There is no problem.
Yeah.
Now, ngifuna ukuthi before I go, I think Percy, one of the things ngelinye ilanga masithola i-chance kuzomela sikhulume ngazo. I've mentioned this mangiqala live ukuthi we need ngiyazi abantu besifazane bethi women empowerment.
Sure.
Now angikhulumi nge-business side lana ekuthiwa kunama-BE no, but ukuthi ngiyabona uDina what uthi I'm happy because abantu besifazane now South African women are waking up to realize that South African men are not a prize.
Oh. I don't.
Yeah, and I know ukuthi lento nayo it is a subconscious or an unconscious hate anayo toward amadoda. Ngike ngenza i-confession la ku-TikTok ngathi I do not trust odokotela abamnyama, and I had this thing brainwash ngizothi I was brainwashed but unconscious ukuthi yazini I'm brainwashed against my own kind. And as a result I do not trust odokotela abamnyama, and I think it is something that I need to work on and ngiyilungise because so
and
I think
you know what, the fact you are realizing that is enough for you to say you are now going to be working on it. Unless if you were in denial, then you are not going to be able to work on it.
Yes. I think one of the conversations ekumele sibe nawo ukuthi as African men from the beginning ngike ngaba ne conversation nonandi Pamlombe from the beginning asikaze sa disrespect abantu besifazane, because yabona kuyinkinga if kuyinkinga ukulwa nomuntu ongakuphucanga something and you want that person to give you what she has not taken away from you. If I've lost my peace in my current wife and now I'm dating you as my next partner, it is not possible for me to find peace in you if I've lost it then. It's either when you can allow me to find peace by supporting me, kodwa angingakulwisi wena. If I've lost trust, angingaqhamuki sengilwa nawe sengiyakulwisa as my current partner ukuthi yabo. So what I'm trying to say ukuthi abantu besifazane, they are wanting their power kubantu aba-wrong. Okay. I think we've lost Madam Speaker. I'm not sure kwenzakaleni. Noma network yami noma network yakhe. So, okay, okay,
having
okay.
a network problem.
Yeah, bengazi ukuthi yakho okwenzakalani. Yeah. So, yeah, that is the topic. Okay. Oh, okay. That was the topic I was proposing. I'm proposing to you, Master Skati. Uguti, one day we should speak about that.
Yeah, no, I'm gay. You are cutting, you are breaking.
Oh, okay. Khona bathi ba confuse. Yo nkulunkulu wami. Ngishilo ngathi sidila nabanye abantu, but yeah, that is a proposal I'm making. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Let's have that topic. I want to say to you, because I heard you even in the beginning when you started this, when you opened this live. Sorry.
Oh, bring it before I go. I'm not sure how to say comment. There is a guy.
My brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, all right, okay. There was a guy here by the name of Unceguyabantu. If he is still here, bengathanda utangene, because that guy speaks a lot of sense. He's one of the people in my respect, and I know Gucci, whether we are Pixana Nami or we have Melana Nami, he will speak a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not campaigning for people to agree with me. I'm not about that. I'm not campaigning for anyone. Yeah. So yeah, if as a corner, please let him in. Comments.
My brother.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I can allow him to come in, but unfortunately, we only have 12 minutes. We only have 12 minutes because by 8 o'clock I have to be out of here. I have another thingy to do by 8, right? Okay, fine, and fine. I was saying that I heard you in the beginning when you were speaking about how in the very beginning men used to respect women. I have a very different and strongly different opinion to that, né? But unfortunately, because I can't address it now because I have a gig on Saturday where it's a men's conference and I'm supposed to come and speak. So I want to speak about that. So I don't know if maybe with whatever that I'll be speaking on that day, and then maybe after Saturday we can set up another live where we can speak on that one. It won't be specifically just for me and you. It will include other people as well, including the person that you are saying that you respect him and is on the on the requests now. No with the request is that because there was a long list. I think now we're only left with 5. If we have to let him in, that means we have to let more people in. And I mean, I wanted this to be just about the two of us clearing that out and also getting people to learn who want to learn and whatnot. So I don't know if maybe I can do another one where I can involve him. Regardless of whether it's on the same topic or it's on a different topic.
No problem, my sister. No problem. At all.
If you allow me, my brother.
If you're going to upload a video,
we have to jointly.
Yes. If you're going to upload a video, I will. Okay. We are manje. Okay, guys.
Yes, I can hear you. You're saying that if I'm going to be able to upload the video of what I'm going to be speaking about on Saturday, I do usually upload all my long videos. I always upload them on YouTube. But I will definitely let you know. I have you, so I will let you know, and then I'll send you a link so that you can go check it out and see did I touch on everything, or do you now want to come with that video with whatever that I said there to say, my sister, there are things which I feel like we can debate about the video that you just did last weekend. I'm game. I'm all for that.
That was my request, Ngiyabonga. Thank you for getting me. And Rutan, I will consider dating
Thank you so much, my
Mamchembu.
brother. I really appreciate you
I
so
will
much.
ask
And I
her
love
out.
you. I love you. Trust me. Sorry?
No, I was saying to Rutan, I will consider dating Mamchembu. He said me and Mamchembu will make a good couple. So don't worry. I will consider her. I will consider her. I will consider her. Yeah, thank you so much, Pesti.
Hey, yani. When
Yeah, thank
you
you,
need
thank
a
you.
room. Thank you so much, Gcabelihle.
All right, sharp.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Because this live was strictly just for me and Gcabelihle to come and speak about the whole Father's Day thing, try to lay to rest or lay to, yeah. So that is it. 2 hours down, me and Gcabelihle, we have spoken, we've agreed where we can, we have disagreed where we can, but I believe that whoever has taken whatever from the live, and guys, I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate your engagement and just joining in, calling, coming to the call, and just sharing your views and thoughts and just hearing us out speak. I'm gonna try download the video and repost it on YouTube for those who missed it. And then yeah, we'll speak. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you.